Cheers.
That would hurt.
It's a little salty.
Welcome back, Eric.
I can smell your breath, bro.
Yeah, it's rough.
Hey, I can smell that like on your breath. It's crazy.
It's rough. That's intense.
No chaser, nothing.
Well, you just take it down first. I hit that after, but that's whatever. Welcome back, everyone. Thank you for tuning back in to the Unscripted Podcast, where today we talk about, not even today, just in general, we talk about infamous problems throughout the world, economy, business,
Bullshit.
Yeah, bullshit.
Sports,
entertainment, Hollywood, rap,
Mm-hmm.
all the above. Thank you for tuning in. Today we have I guess you could say it's a limited topic, but we're gonna break it down into many different aspects. We just really want to break down into the political aspect of a couple things. Politics, election season's coming up 3 months, technically November.
Yeah.
3.5 months.
3.5, almost
yeah.
4.
So it's
an interesting time in the world, man.
shit's really starting to pop off right now.
As we're recording this podcast, you won't see it for
2 days.
2 days, but we got word yesterday, midday, that
Go ahead. By all means.
Biden dropped out of the race,
Yes.
presidential race, which is, I mean, ever since the debate, we thought it was coming. I thought they would have done it a little sooner than leading up to 4 months just before the race.
I really just think they wanted to test out the waters. They really wanted to see on how bad it would really get. And I think after he had that first live press conference,
Yeah.
I believe at the White House or wherever he was, where they were asking the questions, and he called Putin, or he called Zelensky Putin.
That's
Kamala Harris, he called her Trump.
exactly kind of what I heard from supposedly someone in Biden's camp, that like after the debate he was on like a thin line for margin of error.
Yeah.
Like he had like a thin line, and
He blew
first time after he called the president of Ukraine Putin, then he
Yeah.
called Vice President Kamala Harris Vice President Trump.
Yeah.
It's like
He's got it fully to it. It's not even close. It's not like he mispronouncing names or
right.
Like, he's the best one was Trump or Putin and Zelensky. It's
Yeah.
the most far.
Well, he was
opposite
standing
thing.
right in front of him. It's
Right.
like, wow.
He's like, that's how you see me on. But it's gonna be crazy these next few months because I really want to see on how it breaks down. You know, it's come to a time right now where everything's very frugal, everything's very sensitive. You know, if you say the wrong thing, it will lead to the wrong thing. If you do the wrong thing, it will lead to a worser thing, you know. So everything has like a domino effect to it right now. What I'm curious to see is who will be the vice president running mate for Kamala Harris, because Kamala Harris is now the running mate. She'll be the main running mate for the Democratic Party. Biden has came out and said he will not endorse Kamala Harris.
You're false on that. I've been seeing everywhere that he is endorsing him.
Then he changed it.
Yeah.
And he might have changed it.
It was even in his speech when he said he wasn't running anymore.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting, because I was hearing from the opposite yesterday. Well, then, ironically, she's got everyone endorsing her.
Yeah.
Hillary and Bill endorsed her minutes after Biden dropped out.
Whitmer, our governor, endorsed her.
Yep, a lot of people are endorsing her. So it's going to be something very interesting. And that's the point that I was talking with a couple other people. Me and you were talking about it a little bit. If she gets to create enough of a powerhouse on a fresh slate, fresh start, she has a very good chance of taking shit over, because you're going up against someone who people just genuinely don't want to vote for him, just not even because they don't like his policies, it's just because they don't like him.
Right.
So, on top of Kamala being an African American woman, if she can get another woman to join her side, on top of especially another African American woman, this will be a powerhouse. Like, for example, I was talking with someone, my theory is that she will have Michelle Obama as her VP.
Really?
So that would be the absolute power unit. It would be the first black lady.
She's a fan favorite for a lot of people.
Yes, and so I think that would be a power unit. That's something that it would be a no-brainer for her to do. Just I don't know if Michelle would be interested in it at all, because that's not really, politics was never her thing. She never really was fond of like all that kind of stuff.
But she's good at it.
Right. That's the interesting thing, is that people that usually, the stuff that they don't like to do, that's the stuff that they're usually really good at.
Yeah.
And it's very interesting. So, what's your theory? Do you think that a lot of people are saying that she's gonna stick with a male, and they're gonna still just try to aim for like that left side agenda, whether it's someone who's.
I don't really know who she's going to choose as her VP.
Because there's people saying it's going to be a transgender, it's going to be a queer, it's going to be a gay.
I haven't heard any of that.
People are just thinking that it's as far left as possible. They're just thinking the radical.
That's what people do nowadays.
That's what I'm saying. I can see the Michelle.
I could see Michelle Obama being a good choice. I just don't know anyone else who would align with them to be a vice president.
I mean, that's the thing is that I feel like with them, they kind of just throw someone in. Like,
right.
You know, you didn't hear anything from Kamala. She didn't do anything. You would never see her on the news when Biden was president. So, like, I just feel like they just kind of throw someone in there who can kind of just fit in, and that's kind of it.
And that's kind of, like, I think going to be her disadvantage going forward is most people think she didn't do anything, and most people know she didn't really do much when in office. So I don't think, as everyone thinks, I don't think she's going to get as much Democratic, like, people who are voting for Biden and her, I don't think are still a big fan of her.
See, I think for one, I agree with that, but I think that the only reason why it changes is because she's a woman. People are like all for that. They want the first woman president.
100%, I get that, but I think take it back to when Hillary was running against Trump.
Mm-hmm.
I feel most of the reason why Trump won that race, and everyone, like, when Trump got elected, it was because not a lot of people thought a woman could run this country.
Right, absolutely.
And seeing that she hasn't done anything the last 4 years, I think a lot of people are going to look at that way again. It's kind of like repeating history again.
Absolutely, it always does. That's the interesting thing. I was going to say that it's ironic you said that a lot of people feel that way, that a woman is not fit necessarily to be running a country. And it's nothing against women or anything like that, but it's been proven.
But women say that.
No, 100%. That's it's a proven fact. And what I want to bring that back into is a different topic right now. Is the person of the head of the CIA director? She's a woman. She's getting investigated. She has no military background. She has no expertise in anything with strategies or being in law or anything like that. So why is this person running the top tier, most secretive, best powerful defense company unit in the world?
Who is she?
I can't remember her name. I'll have to check.
You said CIA?
CIA director, the Secret Service director.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's the one that's getting tried right now at Capitol Hill that got subpoenaed. And so that's, it's a perfect point. She has no answers from people. She's falling under pressure. It's been 9 days since the shooting. She still has never been to the grounds of where the shooting happened, where the attempted assassination was supposed to happen. The shooter has been there double amount of times than she has. He's been there 2 times. She's been there none. Technically 3. It's just a lot of interesting things that show that, like, it's the characteristics is not only just besides a woman, but it's just someone with no expertise in that kind of background. What are you doing and why are you in this position?
What did she do before this?
A lot of people are saying different things. A lot of people are saying that she was ex-security for Doritos. A lot of people are saying that she was nothing enough to be put in this position. Never a general, never in the army, never anything like that. So it's very interesting how someone like her, with a very low-ranking position, got into such a high-ranking position.
Yeah, how did that even happen?
That's what I was explaining to someone. I was explaining to my sister. She's very good at a lot of things. Math is not her strong suit. So I was like, imagine this. Imagine they came to you and they're like, yo, we love the work that you have done at wherever company you're at. We want you to be the head VP at Wall Street, trading funds. What? What's trading funds? We'll pay you $1 million. Let's go. Where did I sign up? I think that's exactly what happened. She just kind of got a job, got signed up for all these benefits, great pay, and then she has no idea what the fuck's going on. They're like, whatever we tell you to do, just kind of let it slide.
Right.
So, right now she's getting tried at Capitol Hill. She got subpoenaed. For people who don't know what a subpoena is, it's when you're getting a court order forced to go show up to get tried, and if you don't, that's where you can pursue legal actions against them. She showed up today. Everyone from both parties, whether it was the far right or the far left, have been telling her, we want you to resign. This is the day that you submit your resignation, and we will accept it right here now, and we will move forward from that. She said, I refuse to do that. I will not do that. We're going to learn from this, da-da-da-da-da. The questions that she's being asked, she can't even answer. I watched some of the videos me and you were talking about, which the lady, from South Carolina or North Carolina. Where was she from?
One of the Carolinas.
Yeah, from one of the representatives from Carolina, just absolutely belittled the director from the CIA. She told her, "You're only gonna answer my questions in yes or no." She would answer yes in something. She's like, "You're a liar." It's clearly no. Just making a fool out of her. And so, if that's the person who's running the top tier, most governed, secretive, resourceful, powerful, expensive organization in the world, how the fuck is shit going down? You know, like, when people look at it from a different country and they're like, this is the person who's running everything, that's it? That's all you guys got? We could have hired a 20-year-old who single-handedly could have killed one of the most famous people in the world? That's it? I thought you guys were the top number one, you know, this, and that. So I'm very interested to see on how this plays out. I really do hope she does resigns. If not, I think I don't know how, but I think personally she should be held criminally accountable for it. She owes a lot of people answers, and she should and must take responsibility for it.
It'll be interesting to see how it plays out in court. How long is it like a trial?
It was done today. It was 5 hours long today.
Okay, so it was just questioning her.
Yeah, and they said they're going to have her come back again because majority of the questions that they asked, her answer was, I'm going to have to get back to you on that, or I don't have that available to me yet. So it was a lot of, I plead the fifth.
Interesting.
Yes. So.
And she still has a job.
Yes. She refuses to resign. And both parties from both sides are saying, we need you gone. This is unacceptable. Because besides the point about Trump getting shot, it's just that it's a matter of national security, that we look weak as a country right now. Right. That you guys have one job, and then, like I said, a 20-year-old with a rangefinder, golf rangefinder, scoped out Trump and was like, yep, I'm going to take the shot.
Yeah. You got to watch that video I was telling you about earlier. It was crazy.
Which one?
They were cooking her in court. Not just that lady.
No, I know. I was watching the whole thing. I was watching it live today.
They were all getting her.
Yes, every single one of them. They were all making a fool out of her, and she had no proper response for any of this. She had no proper response on anything she would say. She would it would be used against her, and then she wouldn't be able to answer it. So she would say that based on how the event goes, every event has 5 days to get ready for it. So you had 5 days to get ready, and you couldn't prepare for 150 yards out.
Right.
And so they're saying, well, every event's different. We have different precautions, da-da-da-da-da. That part wasn't sectioned off to be part of the rally. Yet there was cops walking there, people there, protesters there, all the above there, you know. So it was just very interesting on how everyone else knew about that, but the CIA didn't, you know. On top of it, the next part. They had eyes on the shooter 11 minutes before Trump even walked out on stage.
Yeah, I did see that.
11 minutes. They had a whole timeline.
Hours before, too, when he came in, they thought he was suspicious.
They flagged him.
Yep.
They marked him as suspicious and flagged him. Saw he was with a rangefinder. Saw he was flying with a drone. All these things, and nothing was ever done. 11 minutes out, they see the guy climb up onto the roof with the gun. 9 minutes out, he posts up. 9 minutes later, Trump comes out. 2 minutes later, sniper calls, I have eyes on shooter. Confirmed to shoot. Minute goes by, can I shoot? 30 seconds go by, can I shoot? Shooting happens. Sniper pulls the trigger, kills the kid, and supposedly loses his job. Or is on unpaid leave. So,
and yet, she won't resign.
Exactly right. You know, so like everyone's sacrificing and making some kind of, paying some kind of consequence for this besides her. And she wants to take no accountability for it, no action for it. So I'm very I'm concerned, genuinely. I'm genuinely concerned what hands is this country in right now? You know, is it really that that if you just have this high up of power and enough money, you can really just do whatever the fuck you want? Or is it really that this country is really just that weak and we play that good of a show? That anyone out there can go do anything.
Yeah, like you said earlier in the podcast, I think the next 4 or 5 months are going to be critical to the next 4 or 5 years of our life. So it's going to be interesting to see how it all plays out, folds out. I mean, especially with what just happened with Trump. I think it boosted him up in the polls.
Yeah, 100%.
I think he's excited to debate Kamala. I mean, he just got on a great vice president, J.D. Vance.
Yep.
He's going to be great. A lot of people like him.
He's a young guy, 39 years old.
39 years old. And I think he would be a great next president, too. A lot
100%.
of people like him. And I think, personally, like he said in his speech the other night, what has Camila done besides collect a check?
100%. And that's what a lot of people, I think they forget, is that why she's so well known is because she was a ruthless prosecutor. She was this type of person that went after her own people. You know, she has lots of cases against, what is the proper term for it? I believe it was just lower income people. You know, she was just all about, that if you're weak, you were easy to take advantage of and you were easy to, beat. And that was the kind of thing that she liked. I think she just had the thing for picking on weak people and being the bully. And so I think that's why she's really about to try to go through a power trip. And people are going to see that it's going to be like, you remember the whole thing that happened with Ellen? How people try to cancel Ellen?
Yeah.
I think it's going to be the same thing here. That people are going to see like her true colors and like how she really works.
Kind of like how they've been trying to do Trump the last 4 or 5 years.
Exactly right. And yeah, you're going to really see like this girl under pressure.
And now ever since Trump got shot, he's like...
What do you want from me? What else do I need to prove?
Put on a pedestal.
Yeah, what else do I need to prove? They're literally trying to kill me.
But have you ever thought, and we're going off topic a little bit, but our kids are going to be learning about what we
went through,
what we lived through, and they're going to be like, wow, what a crazy time of life. And we're just sitting here making a podcast.
My dad's dad, did this. Yeah, 100%. Because that's exactly how we are when we're sitting in class.
Yeah.
We're sitting about John F. Kennedy or Reagan.
And now his son is running.
My point. It's
Did you see his message this morning? He said something like, I'm going to butcher it. So he's like, Democratic Party needs me. You got my number?
That's great. Like you were saying, though, it's just down to put it in the history books. This whole year has just been a straight moments of history.
Last 5.
Yeah, everything that's been going on. And we're barely halfway through the year. And we've already made numerous headlines, history lines, that are going to go down in the books.
History.
Yeah, so I'm, like I said, Eric, I'm concerned. Is this how they're trying to start the Civil War? Is this how they're just trying to put everyone against each other? Is this, what's going on here? What's the main agenda here that they're trying to push? What I'm concerned about is how unwilling the CIA director is willing to talk about and give the people an answer. Because there's a lot of people that are like, they'll always give us an answer. They'll never hide it from the people. That's all they've done, is that hide it. If they ever release the real information about anything, I think the way we look at a lot of things would, really start to change. We'd lose a lot of faith in, the standard policy and the government, all that kind of stuff.
Thank you for tuning in to this week's podcast. We got into the political talk.
Mm-hmm.
We'll have more to come as more unwraps.
Mm-hmm.
Next Wednesday.
We're out.
We're out.
Boom. Need a chaser. I need another one. Give me some water, please.
This man went right to water.